Guten Morgen, or good morning. Here I am outside the St. Stephansdom, I think I got that name right, in beautiful Vienna in Austria. Now, I've been here for 4 days, there hasn't been a cloud in the sky, it's been 35, 36 every day. I think the heat waves made the news around the world, but I love the heat, so it's been fantastic for me. Anyway, as I said, here I am in Vienna, and I'm not going to do a video on Vienna because there's 1,000,001 videos out there, and notice me being 1,000,002 because, like I said, it's been done 1,000,000 times. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to jump on a train and head southeast to the tri-border of off the beaten track a bit, Czechoslovakia, or Slovakia, Austria and Hungary. I've got to get there by train, then I've got to walk about 6 kilometres, and then I have to get to another town on the Slovakian side. Yeah, so I'm walking to the train station. What I've noticed about here in Vienna, tell you what, my home city of Melbourne could take a leaf out of its book. It is pristine. There is no rubbish anywhere. It's clean. There's no homeless people sleeping around the place. I will say I did go for a walk yesterday morning down along the Danube there, which is about 3 or 4 kilometres north of here. There's a few people sleeping under the bridge there, and there's an island in the middle of the Danube. It runs for about 4 or 5 kilometres, and we might go this way. There's a few homeless people on that island, but the city centre here, you look around there behind me, even the small laneways, everything is spotless. Where Melbourne, it puts us to shame in Melbourne, honestly. I live right in the city in Melbourne. You've got a homeless person sleeping in every second or third shop front, outside every 7-Eleven. There's rubbish and cigarette butts everywhere. It's the other thing, people smoking over here, it's unreal. But yeah, it's pristine city, a beautiful city, all the architecture and everything as well. But anyway, we'll head to the train station. That's enough of me having a bit of a rant, because yeah, I'm so impressed with what Vienna is. Like I said, I'm not going to do a video on Vienna. It's been done so often. I'll be only going over old ground, what many people have done. Where I'm headed, like I said, down to the tri-border. There's hardly anything done on that. Not easy to get to. I'm going to explore a small town on the Hungarian side as well, and a small town on the Slovakian side. So anyway, just stay tuned, stay with me. I'll get myself to the train station sooner or later, and I'll see you on board. So here I am, I've made it to the station, as you can see behind me. I don't know how to pronounce it, I don't know any German, and there's nothing in English, so it's, as I said, I'm winging it. It's just hope and pray. Anyway, I've got to catch a train to Budapest and jump off at a place called Shalom, which is just over the Hungarian border, and then catch another train back to another town called Raka, I think it's called. I think it's got a silent J, I'm not 100% certain, but anyway, the train's coming in about 15 minutes. I'll jump on there, get off just over the border, and then I'll try and work my way towards the tri-border of Slovakia, Hungary and Austria, which be walking through farm fields basically to get there, but I'm looking forward to it. It's part of the old Iron Curtain, and anyway, we'll see how we go. It's only early in the morning, and oh geez, I'll tell you what, there's nothing in English around here, so, and I don't know any German, so I don't know even know if I've got to try and read Hungarian once I get over the border. So anyway, we'll just play it by ear and see how we go. So here we go, after waiting an hour in Vienna. My train was late, and it got later and later as I went, and changed platform 3 times, and I finally got on there with about 30 seconds to go, so I was very lucky. I've got over the Hungarian border here. I'm at this town here, Shalom it's called. Anyway, it might be about 10 kilometres over the Hungarian border. I've got to catch another train back to a town called Rachka, something like that anyway. So, and that's only about another, that might be about 8 or 10 k's up the road, up the line, and that'll get me about 5 kilometres from the tri border, and I'll have to walk the 5 kilometres. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. But while I'm here, I've got an hour to wait here. I'm going to walk around the town, see what's here. I don't know a thing about it. Nobody speaks a word of English, so I'm really just playing it by ear. So walk around, don't even know how big the town is. So might as well explore around while we're here. I wouldn't even know if anyone's ever filmed here before. So anyway, join me on the little walk and see if you see anything interesting. Yeah, so here I am in Hegyes Shalom, and like I said, I don't know what's here. Housing's all look like they've all been here a fair while in Hungary, and don't even know if there's any shops. But we'll walk down this road, see if we. Because I'll need a drink, because it must be up over 30 now already, and I've got a fair bit of walking to do once I get off the train at this Rajka town. And let's hope there's a bit of a main street where we can see something a bit interesting at least. Yeah, so I've come across a couple of shops here in Hegyes Shalom, and it's not unlike an Australian country town. It's got that sort of feel to it, and you got sort of a pub on the corner over there behind me, another shop over here that sells alcohol, and another sort of that's a little hotel shop just there. So yeah, it's I think that's all the shops that are here. I've been walking around a bit, and anyway, we'll go and I think that says tobacco shop up there. We'll go and have a look. Yeah, so just having a closer look. I suppose that means tobacco shop in Hungarian. I've got no idea. And there's a beer label up there and another one over there, and just over the road is the same sort of thing. I don't know what that is. That says 18. That might mean, I've got no idea what that means. Maybe something to do with cigarettes or something like that. Yeah, but it's a very small little town, and there's the other shop over there on the corner. Yeah, so just walking up the road here, as I said before, it's got a real country feel to it, this town. Australian country town feel, without the gum trees, I suppose. Yeah, the old roads, the way they are, and the old homes. It's yeah, it's very quiet. And it looks like I've come across a school. I think school might be out at the moment. I'm not sure if it's school holidays at the moment, because it's pretty hot. And it does look pretty empty in there. So anyway, there's might be another big shop on the corner over there. There's a beautiful house being built. Oh, check him out. Oh, it looks like they're actually a block of flats or something going up in Hegyes Shalom. And yeah, but it's not a small town. It hasn't got many shops that I've seen at the moment. I don't know if I can find the main street. There's something over here. See, there's a road going back to Vienna, which is probably about a bit over an hour away by car. And I think that's a vet. Animal care. It's an animal care centre, so it's like a vet. Anyway, so they've got a vet here in Hegyes Shalom. I like saying Hegyes Shalom. There we go, they've also got a beauty shop here in Hegyes Shalom. And they must sell coffee there as well, because there's a Lavazza sign up there as well. Anyway, so not without anything. So I think this must be coming up to the main street here in the town. There's a church up here, and there's a bakery over the road there, and a big church on the corner. I think this has to be the main street through town. So there's big trucks and all that going all over the place. Yeah, so here we go. I think this might be the main street in Hegyes Shalom. It might, I don't know if that means real estate there. It's not going now. There's a big church there, and look up the main street here. Another bakery. It's a busy old road. I think it goes through to Vienna, which I said is probably about 100 kilometres from here, even though we're in over the Hungarian border. There's some more shops here. They've got a bank over the road. MBH Bank. There's a few other shops there. I've got no idea what they are. And here's a couple of other, I'm not sure if that's a restaurant or a pub or what that is over there. Popeye Panzio. They sell, I suppose that's booze. Club and Yai. It's a busy old road though. And I'd say this is probably the local supermarket. I've got no idea. But there's a lot of people coming out with the grocery type of things. So anyway, this is a busy old main street, and there's lots of through trucks going through. Anyway, take you for a look. There's another look down the main street, church there over yonder. Anyway, we better start heading back towards the train station. There we go, that just about does it for my little trip to this Hungarian town. And like I said, I don't know if anyone's ever filmed here before. Anyway, I've made it here. Now I'm just got to jump on the train and head back towards that Tri border. And anyway, that's going to be an interesting walk through farm fields, basically, to get there. So anyway, I'll see you at the train station. So I've made it back to the station here, train station, and they got this big old steam train here. It's an old beauty. Probably made his way in between Vienna and Budapest at some stage. And then there is a bit of, so it says there MAV, or up here, MAV 4L358. I've got no idea what that means. But I have got a plaque down here. Now I can't read any of that. I can see 1951 to something, and see the name of the town there on the subscription on the right in there, Hegge Shalom. Can't see the names of it. Oh well, there might be other towns' names on there, but I've got no idea. Anyway, obviously he must have been important back in the day, because he's up here on display. And I do know what that is. That's obviously a memorial to the fallen soldiers there. You can tell by the dates, 1914 to 1918 and 39 to 45. And you can bet there would have been a fair bit of action going on here on the Hungarian border with, well, it was Austria, Hungary back in those days, and Czechoslovakia, and I suppose the Germans coming through as well. So anyway, they got a memorial up here for those two world wars. So here I am, I'm at the train station just waiting for a train. I've only got to go about 8 k's up the line here, and nobody here in this Hungarian town of, well, there's a train coming by me, I didn't even see him coming. Nobody speaks any English here in this town, Hegge Shalom. And in the shop I went and bought myself a couple of Gatorades, or Powerades, and had a couple of €5 notes that I pay cash. They don't even use euro here. I'm not sure if the whole of Hungary uses euros or not. That I couldn't tell you. But anyway, it added up to 11,000 and something, or 1100, but it only, and I said, oh, only euro, and it only ended up costing me €2.90 for the 2 drinks. One drink in Vienna at the train station, same thing, power rate, cost me $3.95. So I actually got a good deal out of it in this little Hungarian town. Anyway, we'll wait for the train. He'll be here shortly, hopefully, on platform 1, I'm guessing. So anyway, I'll just sit here. I'm enjoying the sun, so I'm waiting. So anyway, it's been a real experience just visiting this town. And like I said, there's no English here whatsoever. So it was, yeah, great experience. Okay, well, I've made it to the small Hungarian town of Rajka, spelt R-A-J-K-A. Anyway, got about a 4k walk in front of me now, 5k's maybe, where the 3 borders meet up. And I mean, it's pretty hot now, but yeah, this reminds me of an old dusty Australian town as well. It's hot, it's dusty, but the old train line's over there, and I basically got to walk through farm fields to find this place, and it's really right off the beaten track. So anyway, I'll keep marching on, and we'll see how we go. Now that sign over there, that probably, I'm walking out of town, and it probably means thanks for visiting Rajka, or something along those lines. You have visited Rajka. Anyway, I'm out of town now, so I've just got to find these paddocks and start walking through the paddocks. So here we go. This is what I've got ahead of me at the moment. I've got even no idea if I'm on the right track. I just give it a go, see what happens, and hopefully it should open up to a whole lot of farm fields sooner or later. But at the moment, I hope I'm just not going to end up on someone's property at their farmhouse front door. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's starting to pick up a bit now, the breeze. It's a bit, and it is quite warm, that wind. As you can see right out here, I've got nothing but farm fields. Miles and miles and miles, it's unbelievable. And if I go over here, same old thing, there's the road. I've got to walk down that road for maybe another 2 or 3 kilometres. And on this side all there is farm fields. It's got a real Australian feel to it, like I said earlier. And yeah, I've got, anyway, at least it's a road. I thought I was going to be walking through paddocks there for a while. So anyway, I've still got a full bottle of drink here to keep me going. And hopefully we get up to this tri-border, some sort of sculpture park, they reckon. But it is in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, we'll keep on marching on. Yeah, while I'm walking, hope you can hear me in the breeze. I did a bit of research. I got internet for about 2 minutes while I was on the train up to this town. And the Hungarian, they got the foreign Hungarian. So I don't even know if I didn't even get time to look up to see if they use a euro. But anyway, I was able to use it, and it was very cheap, the drink I got, as I said. But anyway, that's enough for me for now. I'll just keep walking on. Now I'm just walking along, and I can see a city in the distance way over there, sort of on the side of a hill. I think that might be Bratislava. I don't think it can be anything else. It's I'll zoom in and I'll show you. So it's about 40 kilometres from here, but it's dead flat. So I might, once I get to this tri-border, I might try and figure out how to get up there to Bratislava. Might as well check it out while I'm here. So I've actually made it this far. I want to do a track. Now just to my left over, this track is actually the border between Austria and Hungary. So over there to my left is Austria, and the wheat on the right here is Hungary. And yeah, so you're basically in between two farm fields, walking through these paddocks, not a soul around, and the tri-border is up here. They've got a few sculptures up here. Anyway, we'll check it out when we get there. Only got a few hundred metres to go. But anyway, it's been a good walk in the nice sun. I'm absolutely loving it. So, I hope you can hear me. I'm just coming up here now to the tri-border where the three borders meet up all together. Apparently it was in 1948. Here it is here. I'll read about it shortly. We'll go over to the main spot first, which is just over about 10 metres. At the moment I'm just on the border of Austria and Hungary. Nearly forgot there. Now, just in the hole. So that red and white thing behind me, that's actually the geographical centre of where the three borders meet up. So I'll go over there and have a look. So here I am, I'm right on the tri-border right here. So this stone here, and as you can see, Austria, that road that heads up there, that dirt road between those two farms, that's the border between Austria and Slovakia actually. Then over here, that's Slovakia over that side, and Hungary's back on this side. Now, just a little bit of history. So they've left a tiny bit of the old iron curtain up, as you can see there. So it would have run up in that direction. It was pulled down in 1989. So it's unbelievable that the iron curtain ran along here, and there were soldiers. I mean, it's only farm fields here, there's nothing else. And there were soldiers placed a few hundred metres along, all the way along for 30 years or however long it was, something like that. I think it was 61 maybe the wall went up. But yeah, so it was a barbed wire fence basically with the guards, and I think there might have been watchtowers about 1,300 metres apart. But anyway, there we go. There's a nice old view of, well, that's looking back into Hungary over there, back into Slovakia over there, and back into Austria over there. So anyway, that's great. That I'm glad I made it. I've been wanting to come here for a long time, only because it's hard to get to and it's in the middle of nowhere. So, and I'll read a few signs, see if I get a bit more history while I'm here. So they do have this board up here, but there's nothing in English unfortunately, so I can't really say what it's all about. The only thing I know about is that there where I've just been, and anyway, there's a little table over here I'll show you where they've erected it for a reason. I'll tell you when I get to it. Yeah, so they had got this table here, and it was for the purpose of people from three countries meeting together right on the border in peace and harmony basically. And as you can see, they've got it's pretty faded now though, got the three logos. There's one there, and one there, but it's about 10 or 15 metres over from the actual tri-border itself, the actual physical tri-border. And yeah, but it was just put here as a goodwill gesture, just to, as I said, three countries coming together, not fighting, and just all holding hands apparently at the table. Now while I'm here, I'm going to have to do a little dance around the pole there. So I've been in three countries in 15 seconds. Anyway, just hold tight, I'll give it a go. So there you go, as you can see I'm probably You can tell I'm no good on the dance floor, never have been. Anyway, I danced around 3 countries in 15 seconds. Coming from where we come from in Australia, where we're one big country, it's a bit of a big deal for me. So I'm rapt I've done it. And anyway, we'll keep walking on. I'm going to walk into Slovakia, try and get to a town there. And I'm not sure if I can. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try and get up to Bratislava now. I'll see. I was going to try and go straight back to Vienna, but Bratislava looks inviting. Not that far away. So see how we go. So I'm walking along here. Border's just there to my left. There's a little, you can see a little marker there with a red little, not sure if you can see it. I don't know if I'm on a private road or on a road or what, but I'm just walking in the middle of farm fields here. And yeah, just got the border to my left. So got no idea. I hope nobody comes out with a shotgun to say you're on private land. Anyway, I've got no idea. So as I keep saying, I don't know where I'm going. Got cornfields right here. I think it's corn. And not much else. And I don't know where I'm going. I can see a freeway up ahead, which I think probably goes up to Bratislava. But I won't be able to get on the freeway. So at the moment I'm a bit lost, but I've got markers because the border's just over here to my left. Still, I can still see the markers. So I'm just going to keep following them. And that's what I got in front of me. Got no idea. Don't know if this is a road or if it's someone's farm track. Anyway, no one's come out to greet me yet, so I'll keep plodding on. Now I've got a bit lucky here. Come to the end of this paddock. There's a freeway over there, as you can see. Looks like there's a truck stop, international border over there. There's a lot of police lights and all that sort of thing going on. A lot of trucks. But look at this, hole in the fence. So I'm going to hopefully maybe go through here and I'll be able to get up and over the freeway because I've got to get to the other side. That's the aim. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to go through. Hopefully no one comes tracking me down. I don't know where I'm headed. So here we go. I've got out of those farm fields and I'm actually crossing a major freeway here. And behind me there, if you can see, there's the international border, I suppose, between Hungary and Slovakia. They're stopping all the trucks going through. Just checking them and weighing them, I suppose. Anyway, I can't get on the freeway. I've got to maybe march through some more fields by the look of it. But at least I'm out of those ones because I was thinking I was stuck there for good. Lucky there was a hole in the fence. I hope you can hear me, the trucks are loud. But anyway, I'll keep walking and see where we end up. So here we go, I've come across another hole in the fence. And so I'm going to take it. There's no real track, there's a little path down there. Not sure what that is, or where that even goes, if it's on private property. I'm going to try and get down there, and I just want to follow the border. The border's just on the other side of that path still, where I'm pointing there. So I'm going to try and get down there. It's a bit steep, and keep heading in that direction. There is a town somewhere over there called Sunovo or something like that, so I'm going to check it out. Now I've come to a little side road here, and I've actually come to a border crossing. An old, must be from the old days of the old Iron Curtain, because he is old. Have a look at that. Yeah, so it's just a shell of a place, but there's a whole lot of police there over there. They haven't stopped me, and they're stopping a few cars. I don't know, they might be looking for someone. But yeah, it's a shell of a place, and that's just a demolition job in there. It's bugger all there. All right, we'll get out of the sun for a second, have a bit of a closer look. And there's all the guards over there. Don't know what they've been doing, who they're looking for, because there's The road's in the middle of nowhere, but yeah, anyway, the roof's still holding up, just. Yeah, there would have been the whole boom gates here in the army, I suppose, back in those days. And there is a train crossing railway line just over there. But yeah, fascinating to see the old, probably part of the old Iron Curtain, I suppose, border crossing. Yeah, so have a look at this. They would have come off a slip road here. Still got the old gate. I mean, it's hardly even, geez, no one's even touched it for probably since 1989, and it was probably here for a long time before that. And there's a little border post there. That would have been painted not long ago. Another border post there. The old gate leading up to one of the checkpoints. Anyway, they didn't get rid of it. They just left it as it is. Left it to die, I suppose. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk through this. I don't know if even know if there's anything there, but what I have to do is follow these posts. And I don't know if I'm going on farmland still through there, but I'm going to give it a go. If I was in Australia, I'd be so scared of snakes, but I don't know if there's any snakes here along the border of Hungary and Slovakia. I've got no idea. Anyway, wish me luck. I'm walking into the unknown. Here we go, I've come out into the open again. I really don't know if I'm allowed to be here. I mean, this is a farm. I'm not sure if you can see over there, there's whole bales of hay. I'm walking into, looks like in the middle of more cornfields over here. This is more off the beaten track than what it was on the other side of the freeway. So, anyway, I'm just going to walk and hope I can reach this town. I think it's about 2 k's in front of me. I just had a look at Google Maps, and this path obviously wasn't on it, but it's too far to walk around the other way. I've already done a million miles today by the seams of it in the heat, which I don't mind the heat anyway. I've had a lot to drink as well, but I mean, have a look at that. Jeez, I am taking a bit of a risk, but alright, we'll see what happens. So I'm still following the border because there's a little marker there just in front of me. That's on the Slovakian side, and on the Hungarian side here, it's just been all that hay's just been cut just recently, and you can see the bales over there in the distance. I mean, glad he's not cutting them today. If he saw me walking across here today, he'd probably think, what the hell is he doing? But anyway, there's no one around, and I just look at the map. I'm in the middle of a paddock, but there is a road about 500 metres if I just keep walking in a straight line. So that's my aim, to get there. Now have a look at that. That's how dry and hot it is here in Slovakia at the moment, in the middle of the heat wave. You're thinking that you're out in the middle of country Australia somewhere with that dust coming out like that. But yeah, that's how dry it is here as well. So right here I am, entering the town of, I don't know how you would say that, Sunovo or Kunovo, Sunovo. I'm not sure what the thing starting with the V starts with up the top. Anyway, we've started the town. A couple of new homes here on my left. There's 3 actually, three brand new homes. So, got no idea what's here. Like I said, with the other town I was back there in Hungary. I don't even know if anyone's ever come here with a camera before. So we'll see if we can find a main street, or a train station, or a bus stop, or something. And see if we can make our way up to Bratislava from here. I might be able to get a taxi. I think I can see a taxi straight ahead. So that car I thought was a taxi. It wasn't a taxi. Actually said auto school. So it's obviously teaching a young person to drive. And there's a lot of new homes going up around here. So there's one being built just up in front of me there on the left. So be interesting to see what's in the, when I get into the main street of town. Yeah, so this town is about 35 kilometres from the city of Bratislava. So Bratislava must be also a shire or a county area as well. As when I crossed the border back there 2 k's ago, nearly 3 now probably. So I'm in the town a bit, and I haven't found any shops yet. There's all houses, no shops at the moment. Anyway, we'll just keep walking. I can see a church further up, so that's probably where there might be a bit of action. Now I'm not sure what this is. Eco Centrum, Sonova. It's an old building. Goes back there a bit, and yeah, like I said, don't know what it is, but he's been there a while. Actually, the roof's been done up probably not long ago. It's the roof's pretty new, but it's an old building, and actually they've got some gardens here as well too. Actually, some pretty new looking things over here, like a beer garden sort of setup. Yeah, so as per usual, I don't know the language, so I don't know what I'm looking at. Now over there, that's the only shop in town. I've walked around everywhere, and there's a bus coming in a few minutes. I can get to Bratislava. That's Konovsko something or other, and it's got a bit of a beer garden there at the back as well, and that's about it. And there's a vet on the corner there as well. Yeah, but it's only a very small town, 35 kilometres from the centre of Bratislava, so most people probably go and do their shopping there, I suppose. But anyway, that's all there is to it, and my bus will hopefully come from down that way and stop for me, because I'll be wrapped if he does. I can get to Bratislava and get something to eat and get a cold drink. There might be people who speak English here a tiny bit. Look, it is my fault, I don't know the language, it's not their fault. So anyway, there is a timetable here that says the bus comes 3 times an hour. So one just went past, and this is a one-way street, and hopefully he comes back up again and grabs me. Right, we'll see you on the bus. Well, I've made it here to Bratislava in Slovakia. I'll tell you what, I was so lucky. There was a lady there who spoke the small town I was at, Sunovo or something. She could speak English and directed me where to get the proper bus to Bratislava here, because I had no idea what was going on. She spoke a bit of English and helped me out anyway. So I've made it here. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been going since 5 in the morning. I'm going to sit down somewhere now and get a nice cold beer and something to eat. Probably 2 beers, I reckon. It's hot. And again, as you can see, there's not a cloud in the sky. And, you know, it's my 4th day here, and I've been so lucky with the weather. But anyway, it was pretty grueling doing that hike along the border there, and not even knowing where I was going, walking through the farms. So I've actually deserved a nice cold beer, I think. So I'm going to see what I can find. Sit down for half an hour or an hour and maybe explore a tiny bit of the city. And this boat here goes back to Vienna, so €35 I think it is. I think I might catch him back. Going on a boat ride along the Danube, that sounds pretty good to me. So anyway, he doesn't go till 6:30 at night, so I'm here for 6 hours. Like I said, I'll sit down, have something to eat, a couple of drinks, and explore a little bit of the city. Right, I'm just going to walk into the old town here in Bratislava, get something to drink and eat. I'll go in a bit further. And but there's not many people around. I'm not sure if it's because it's so hot. They reckon it's 37 here at the moment. It is hot, but it's not crowded like Vienna, so it's actually quite nice. Oh, it's pretty steep to walk up. Don't know if you can tell on the camera. Anyway, we'll give it a go. I'm huffing and puffing a bit. Somebody told me back there it's 37 degrees. It does feel hot. So anyway, whoops, car coming, I've got to move. So I've walked up the hill and it was pretty hard, and I'm at the base of the castle now. You can see it's up there. Anyway, I've got a tiny bit more up to go, but at least there's better shade here, nice big trees, and hopefully we get some really good views when we get to the top. And yeah, I think the gate's around this side, so let's see how we go. So here I am, I've made it to the top of the castle, and as you can see right out over the Danube here, all the way over there, and it's so flat. You would have been back in those, I think there's a bloke in a statue up there, he was born in 1846, so that's probably 1300 years old at least. All that flat ground out there, you would have been able to see, what do you call them back in those days, marauders, coming from miles away. Yeah, it's sort of similar to Edinburgh Castle up high, I suppose, but yeah, got a beautiful view of the, well, that's more the suburbs looking out that way. The city's out a bit more to the left, which I'll hopefully get around to have a look at. Anyway, stay tuned. There we go. So that's about it from Bratislava today. I was only here for a short time, didn't see a great deal. Saw a bit of the old town. There's a bit more behind me there. But oh, it's stinking hot. That's unbelievable. So all that walking through the farm fields and that earlier on, it caught up with me. So anyway, that'll be about it for the day. Had a big day. Bratislava. The weather's actually changed finally, and looks like the storm's coming in. And as you can see behind me there, all the boats that do their cruises along the Danube, they're in for the night. Some of them are 3 wide, 2 wide, you know, berthed, and people are getting off, starting to go to tea. My little one's down there, the little red one, my little catamaran I'm catching back to Vienna. Anyway, I was going to film on there, but it's going to start raining any minute now, so it won't be worth it. And the view behind me is pretty good there with the river. So there you go, from Vienna, Bratislava, and the 2 towns I went to earlier on, and the border walk. It was a bit of an effort, bit of a challenge. Really enjoyed it. I am buggered now though. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'm over here for the next 7 weeks in this part of the world, so I'll go to a different destination next week or in a couple of days. I'm not sure, work it out. Anyway, stay tuned for that video, and thanks for watching.